You were definitely one of the more polarizing figures on this show. And I'd like to throw it out to Laura B. Right off the bat, because Whitney said some stuff about you, and you had some questions about that.
I was just, because a lot of people are looking at it as you're just competitive, and you know, I respect that because clearly there's a lot of us fighting for one guy, but there was times like, for example, when I was upset, again, I didn't expect everybody to be so supportive, but you made a point to come to me after and be like, by the way, I didn't kiss Brad, he kissed me. You know, this is off camera, nobody's seeing this. I don't know what your train of thought is. Like, I already made the fool of myself. I don't know how you're gonna benefit by making me feel worse. Mm-hmm. You know, just stuff like that. That's far from a competition kind of thing, you know?
I don't recall saying that to you. I really don't. It just, and if I did, like, I truly apologize. I never, you know, the whole process in itself and watching now, you know, the show, it was never, ever my intention to ever hurt anyone. You know, it truly wasn't. And I came off standoffish or competitive, you know, and I was there, you know, truly for the reason to find love, you know, and for Brad. And because I didn't confide in any of the girls, you know, or run to any of the girls for, you know, for advice, like, no one truly gave me a fair chance from the beginning.
The first night I was...
One second.
At the beginning, you and I were tight. We were in the same limo, all that kind of stuff. I had no problem with you. Like I said, the first night, it was reversed. I thought Gabby was nuts and was being rude, which she still was. I still believe that. But then it reversed that. But it reversed, you know, as I got to know you both more, I had a harder time being close with you. Like, more examples, like, on top of what you said to me when I was already, like, puffy-faced and miserable. Just, like, little things. Like, you're having a conversation with you while we're on the topic of boobs. You know, some of the girls were like, oh, I love your boobs, they look so real. And then you'd stand there and be like, I didn't get fake boobs for them to look real. And then, like, next conversation, it was, oh, I was 50 pounds heavier, so I got bigger. Like, you just change your story to manipulate, like, you manipulate everything for it to sound better, or to, you know, so it's like, it got hard to want to be your friend, to be on your side when I didn't even know what you're talking about half the time.
I want you to respond to that. No, I definitely want Whitney to respond to that, because you're basically saying she's a chameleon. She goes, she changes to be whatever she needs to be.
I did give her a chance at the beginning. If you watch the clip, I was rubbing her, like, I rubbed her back and I was like, good job to walk away.
The second when I was in the limo with you, I was nothing but, you know, you were the first girl of the limo, and I said to you, I said, okay, you were so nervous, and I said,
you were very nice, that's what I said. And
so what you're saying is untrue. Like, I was never, no.
I just made that up entirely, everything I just said.
Well, and like you said, there was no, well, that doesn't show me ever being like that.
It hardly showed me at all. But I'm just saying, like, yes, at the beginning, and I did like you, but you are also, like, and then, like, later, for example, you would go.
But because I keep to myself, that became a huge
problem. That's not keeping to yourself. That's.
No, yes, it did.
I was never offended if you kept to yourself. I don't.
I never.
How you make me
how
feel
did I talk
uncomfortable
about the other girls behind the scenes? To who?
What do you mean? To the producers? In your interviews, you always talked about someone.
Never, ever. You girls would always ask me what I said in my interviews, and never
once.
No,
you called me stupid.
Does it say Nicole?
You said you hated Kara. Like, there's different
Kara,
things
I love you more than anything.
That you've said, and
she
it's
knows
just
how to come back. She knows what to say. That's what I mean. Is she knows.
Well, no, this is interesting. I actually want Whitney. I want you to respond to that. Are you somebody who changes who they are to fit the situation? There are a lot of people that are like that. Are you one of those people?
Not at all. Like, I was, you know, throughout the whole entire situation, because I don't open up and because I don't confide in them, and I, obviously from watching now, you know, like, I know I am, like, I get emotionally closed off.
Where does that come from?
That's just, I've been like that for years.